So again, it's another beautiful day, lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for coming to this another episode of trading in the zone, forex trading. Okay, trading psychology. So guys, again, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Okay, most especially if you have been in the market whereby you are failing to follow your rules. You understand? You know exactly what you should be doing, but again, you find yourself not being able to do it. You understand? You always remember what you're supposed to be doing only after when the market has done what? When you have been taken out of the market or anything like that. So again, think about it. You know exactly what you should be doing, okay? How much you should be risking, but again, you always find yourself risking much more than you're supposed to risk. You know, your risk to reward that I'm supposed to hold the trade up to this point. That's when I'm supposed to come out. You know that again, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be doing that. You know all these things, okay? You truly know these things. You know when you should be in the market, when you shouldn't be in the market. You know all these things. But again, at the end of the day, you find yourself that again, you are incapable of doing these things, okay? So I want you to understand that again, the mental framework that we have, okay, as human beings is not capable for the market. You understand? The way our brains are wired, it is not capable for the market. You understand? That's why things seem so early, but at the end of the day, they are difficult. Okay? Things seem so early. It seems like you know exactly what you should be doing, but again, you find yourself again, you are not being able to produce consistent outcome out of the market, the money that you can rely on as a what? As a trader. So again, I'm here to tell you one thing, that again, you need to uninstall some things or some beliefs that you have been given and install new ones, okay? And then again, I'm also going to give you a solution by when this video, the video is ending. It's going to be just for a few minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to give you the solution if you still break rules and all those things. I'm going to give a solution that you can use to that. You find out that again, you are strict in discipline. It's the same thing that helped me. I promise you it's going to help you. So now, our brains were wired in a way whereby they are wired for survival, prediction, and all this. You understand? So the way our brain was wired, it serves us so well in the world. Meaning that again, if you touch fire now, then again you get burnt. The next time you don't need to touch fire again. Automatically your brain remembers that again, I'm from touching fire, now I don't need to touch fire again because I will get burnt. You understand? So your brain doesn't want you to get hurt, and that is how we have been surviving up to now. But again, that same mechanism, when you go into trading, it end up doing us a very bad service. For example, you take a trade and then it loses, and then your brain says that, no, what, even the next trade is going to be a losing trade. Or you take a good trade, it wins. You take another trade, it wins. Now the next trade, your brain tells you that this is also going to win. You understand? You end up over trading, or you even end up changing your lot size. So these are things that traders do all the time. You understand? Even if you know that, you know what, how comes it that again trading seems so easy, but again I'm not able to produce consistent outcome out of the trading, out of the market. So again, I want you to know one thing, that again, trading being easy, okay, trading being easy, the reason why you feel like trading is easy, because again, you experience a winning trade there and there. You understand? So again, trading being easy and feeling easy, these are totally two different things. Trading feels easy because you can easily get a winning trade there and there. But again, the reality of the matter is trading is not easy. Okay? So now you feel that trading is easy because you have been experiencing a lot of winning trades. You understand? In your trading career. But again, those winning trades that you have been experiencing, you have failed to add them together collectively. Then you can be able to produce the amount of money that you can rely on as a trader. Okay, so the first biggest problem that you're facing with is you're having a brain that is incapable of being in the market. Like for example, in the market is uncertain, meaning that again you have to be thinking in probabilities. No trade has a guaranteed win, all that. But at the end of the day, you as a human being, every time you see a setup, the first thing that comes in your mind, how much am I going to be making? In that way, you find out that again, your expectations are not aligned with the market. You understand? Think about it. Every time you see a setup, think about it. What comes in your head first? You understand? This is a good trade, therefore it must win. You understand? In that way, automatically you're not managing your expectation. That's why if you execute a trade and then it ends up losing, you find it very, very difficult for you to follow your rules. Why? Because again, initially before entering the trade, you didn't manage your expectation. You thought a quality trade means what? A winning trade. And that's not the case. Okay, a quality trade doesn't mean a winning trade. So again, I want you to understand that again, whatever that you use to identify an opportunity does not really tell you what is going to happen next in the market. It tells you maybe 50% of what you are seeing. There are 1,000 things outside there that can affect the outcome of any trade that you can execute. Remember, there are two types of traders, dynamic traders and again, the screen-based traders, meaning that the traders who execute trades according to analysis. You analyze the market or you use fundamentals or anything like that. But you understand? So me and you, we are screen-based traders, meaning that we execute trades according to what we are seeing on the screen or what you watch on news, anything like that. But again, at the same time, there are traders who are called the dynamic traders. These are traders who move the market in their favor. They have the psychological and the financial resources to move the market into their favor. So what does it mean? They do as they want, and that is definitely fine. They don't make losses, they make themselves winners. Okay? So now, for a screen-based trader, you and me, any amount of money that you spend in a trade does not take your trade to take profit. I want you to put that in your mind, by the way. I repeat, the amount of money you spend in a trade does not take your trade to take profit. So what does that really mean? It means you become a winner in the market depending on other traders. So if you become a winner depending on other traders, what does it mean? It means that again, any trade that you're executing, it can lose. Why? Because again, as you're entering a buy trade, these people that could have taken your trade to a winning side, they are believing or they want the market to go to the downside. In that way, it is you can easily find your way that again, you can easily find that again, you're being wrong about a trade. So now, you have to put it in mind, okay, that everyone who you see in the market, you, me, people who are moving the market, everybody who goes to the market, they go there for one reason. Guess the reason? To make money. Everybody. So what does it mean? Trading is a zero-sum game. The money that I lose, it goes to you. The money that you win, somebody has lost it. Or the money that you lose, it goes to somebody else. So as you are losing, somebody is gaining. As you are gaining, somebody is losing. You understand? So everybody goes to the market to be able to get something out of the market. So again, every time you get a losing trade there and there, don't put blame to the market. Every time you get a losing trade and you feel like the market has betrayed you, the market has done this, it's like you're telling that, again, the market is responsible for your future. And that is not the case. The market is not responsible for your future. The market does not, the market, I don't know how I can even say it. The market doesn't owe you anything. To a point whereby even if you analyze the market to the point, even if you stay in front of the market for a very long time, the market doesn't owe you anything. You understand? So what does it mean? You have to put it in mind that again, the money that you use to spend in a trade does not take a trade to take profit, which means that again, you become a winner depending on other traders. So if you end up selling and other traders don't come with the same idea like yours, that the market's gonna go down, you understand? That trade will turn into a losing trade. Think about it. What do you think moves the market? What moves the market is conviction, imbalance in conviction. Okay? Imbalance in conviction is what moves the market. Meaning that again, for the market to move up, we have to be having more buyers than sellers. For the market to move down, we have to be having more sellers than buyers. Okay? So now, since we have realized that again, the money that you spend in a trade does not make you a winner. So what does it mean? It means that you become a winner depending on other traders. So what does that really mean? You have to make sure that again, you start managing your expectation. Instead of thinking that this trade is going to win, just tell yourself, I'm going to take the next 20 trades. Because if you tell yourself, I'm going to take the next 20 trades and you have a good strategy, some are going to lose, some are going to win, but eventually you're going to find yourself a winner. You understand? After all these trades. But again, the biggest problem that traders have, you want to put energy on one singular trade. And if that trade ends up losing, what happens? You end up doing what? You end up getting frustrated. In being frustrated, you end up hesitating to take the next trade or even revenge trading or over trading or anything like that. So the best way to become a trader, or the best way you can do it, start thinking in series of trades. Tell yourself that again, I'm going to take this trade. If it loses, fine. If it wins, it's still the same thing. Okay? Then you focus on doing the next 20 trades. In that way, some are going to lose, it's the truth. But if you have a good working strategy, some are going to win. In that way, there is no way you're not going to be able to produce consistent results out of the market. But the biggest problem that traders have, each and every trade that you're executing, you want it to do what? You want it to win. In that way, you end up getting frustrated all the time. You understand? So again, even if you have a 70% win rate, 30 trades will lose. But the problem is, as these 30 trades are going to lose, you cannot know which trade is going to lose, which trade is going to win. You can't know that. You understand? Which means that there's random distribution between wins and losses. Your duty is to wait for the market to display the setup. If you have the setup in your playbook, you take the trade. The outcome is irrelevant. So whether the trade loses or it wins, it's what the decision is by the market. But again, if you keep on doing what you're supposed to do and you have a working strategy, eventually you're going to find yourself a winner. So now, I'm going to end by this. If you have been executing trades and again you find yourself, you have been finding yourself that again you are breaking rules and whatever, think about it. How does the government of the country makes us to follow rules, like the rules on the road? Okay, you are driving speed 120 km per hour, and then the road you are supposed to drive 70. They are going to stop you. They're going to give you a ticket. So that's how the government makes us follow rules, by enforcing some things on us, some price. Okay, they make us pay for some things that we have done in inappropriate, in a wrong way. So in that way, we end up finding that again, if you are driving on the road and you do the first mistake, you are caught for the second time, you're caught for the third time, you find yourself that again, you know what, I think I need to do the right thing. So I want you to understand that the market is unguided environment, meaning that again, there are no rules. Okay, so the fact that there are no rules, you need to create your own rules that are going to govern you. Understand? These rules that are going to govern you, they are going to protect you from you. Okay, as you want to do one trade, there's another part of you that wants to do 5 trades. Okay, as you want to risk this amount of money, there's another part of you that wants to buy a new bed. Understand? Meaning that the other part of you wants to get rich so quick. So what does it mean? You need to make sure that again you manage your other self. So the best way to stop thinking changing things is make sure that you make these rules and you don't break them, because you realize that these rules are not for anybody but to protect you from you. So the best thing that I could tell you right now, make these rules and then tell yourself that again, every time I break a rule, either I've changed my lot size, or I've taken more risk to reward, or I have traded in the wrong session, or I changed my pair, or any of those rules, you understand? You can get some small amount of money. It can be 100, it can be 200, it can be 50, any amount of money, even if $10. That money, make sure it's not so small, it's not so big, to a point like every time you break your rules, you give that money to somebody. You understand? Why are you doing that? Because again, you are reminding yourself that again, every time I break my rules, I'm going to lose money outside trading. You understand? So in that way, after breaking your rules, you give out that money. You are like a person who is driving high speed and is stopped, and the government is enforcing for you to pay a road traffic money for speeding on the road. So put those rules on yourself, make sure you follow them. You understand? So every time you break a rule A, B, C, D, make sure you follow the rule of paying for the what? For the fine of breaking rules. I promise you, if you really want to make it in trading, it won't take you a while before your brain realizes, oh, every time you do something wrong, we are supposed to pay a little bit amount of money. You understand? In that way, you're going to find yourself that you are getting better and you're doing better. You understand? So again, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being on this episode. Consider we have live lessons every day. You understand? Most of you know that on TikTok. So don't be there alone. Trading is a lonely journey. We have free live lessons every day on TikTok. You can just search for us the same name on YouTube, and then you come join us on those free lessons. Again, if you're still pushing in this journey and you haven't made it yet, I want to tell you this. The best advice I can tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. You understand? And I'm telling you, no trader is special. Those traders that you see that are doing so well, they were once like you. It's the reality. You understand? It's just a matter of time for you to do what you're supposed to be doing and then eventually get there too. So again, I love you guys so much. Comment in the section. We meet at the top. I will see you guys again in the next episode.